Today's episode of The Chop Shop is brought to you by our good folks over at Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code The Chop Shop at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com using the code The Chop Shop.
I got up and I walked over there, and by the way, this man smelled like a pack of Marlboro cigarettes, 4 shots of Everclear alcohol, and regret. So I know something's about to go down.
Broadcasting live from whatever planet this man is from. He is outer world. Welcome to the Chop Shop. I am Eddie James. Next to me is my trusty, very Italian person, a VIP.
That's me.
Fastest hands on the East Coast, DJ React.
Yes, sir.
And boy, oh boy, do we have an amazing producer. I mean, we're going to get into all the people that he worked with. But I'm super excited just to pick his brain. Because his flip
Chops is crazy.
insane. He hails from Seattle, Washington. And something is definitely in the water up there and over there.
And the water's coming down on us, so.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Vitamin D.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Tall homie.
What's good, fellas?
Hey,
What's up,
man. Hey, React. This is the second person that came with a mic.
Second person. 2 nights in a row we're recording second person. That
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
Fucking Christ. Thank Christ.
You know, I'm an audio engineer by trade, man. So I'm
Your boy Static sounded like he was in the fucking toilet a couple of weeks ago when he recorded.
Yeah, man. I got to check
all
that
good.
out, man. And see what
Shout out to DJ
talking
Static, man. Oof.
Listen, there are not too many producers that flip records like you do. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Pause. I won't play that game. We're grown, man. Especially me and you. You know, for the younger guys. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I met you in the session in Battle Avenue. Shout out.
Yeah.
You flipped Nautilus like 3 different ways that same night. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm sorry. As a producer, I wasn't aware of Vitamin D.
I'm a secret, man. I'm Mr.
No, but this is on paper.
You're a fucking cheat code is what you are. Cheat code.
a full cheat code. But I did hear of your music before I knew who you were.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. You are from Seattle, Washington?
Not originally. I'm originally from LA, actually.
Oh, okay. And there you have it. Is that the reason why you said cuz?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say that. No.
So we had a story last night where Focus said, you know, he was calling people cuz until somebody checked him. Was like, his homie was like, yo, you can't say cuz.
Nah, you can't, man. I done had people be like, hey, man, don't be cussing me like that, bro. For real, cuz. You know,
okay.
You know, like, don't cuss me like that, man. I'm like, bro, it ain't even nothing like that, but I feel you.
So that is true, man. Okay.
Nah, you can't just say that to anybody out here, man. You know, in the West Coast, bro. That's not flying. Well,
you were in Seattle, Washington, and there are a lot of really dope producers up there.
Yeah, we isolated, bro. We ain't, man. It's raining half the time. So either like I'm a basketball dude. So either you in the basketball gym or you in the lab, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Working
not
on
a lot of outside until like, man, maybe July through September, man. That's how we get with the outside stuff. So
it says that you started around the late 80s doing beats, or was it even before that? Well, I know you're DJ because I heard you scratch, and that's another chamber, bro.
Man, I started out as a DJ. Yeah, that's safe to say that.
Okay.
I mean, before I had turntables, I was rap battling on the block and doing all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I put some rap records out. I was in a little group back in the 90s. So,
ooh, do we have?
There's no way you got it. Oh yeah.
Damn, it seems that I forgot that the fair's been raised. What's up next, man? This bus drivers are gay. I know
this is your life.
So I walk to the back. What do I see?
I ain't heard this since.
Fine cat.
I don't even know what this is, but I know that's my bro that I was in group with. I don't think that's a real song. I think that might be a freestyle or something, right?
Oh.
Hey.
Be self and vitamin D, it says. Ghetto children.
Ghetto children, y'all.
Children, baby.
Yeah. So, hey, man.
Yeah, man, we had a cold demise, man, but we was actually, man, we got signed to Geffen along with Beck and the Roots and some other people, like,
okay,
when they first opened up a hip hop department.
Dope. We had to hit you with the earlier records, though. You know, because that's what we do. We do a little research here.
That was research, bro. I don't even know what that was.
For whatever time where the beat was fire, though.
That had to
you know
be
what
like
I'm saying?
93. I was still in high school doing that with that shit. So
talk about your earlier days, man. You know, being from the West Coast, and you know, obviously, what we just heard, you know, the influences and your influences. Can you share?
Oh man, absolutely. So I'm really influenced by. I mean, I get the musicality and stuff from my pops. He was in this group called Ozone, and he was in the Silvers, and
wait a minute,
he played on Dynasty Records. He was on Shalimar. He's in my pops was a funk dude. You know what I mean? So
nah, but hell, the Silvers too. What Silvers, Shalimar?
So yeah, whatever Leon Silver was producing, he was on guitar and a lot of that stuff. He was just a studio musician. So
man,
I grew up on this shit, kind of. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I probably had my first drum machine when I was like 10.
Ooh, Synsonic drums. I had the Synsonic drums.
Nah, the DMX, man.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, word.
Yeah, they were trying to figure out how to work it in the studio, and I heard that motherfucking clap that they use on Run DMC.
That's right.
And I was like, yo, like I might have been in the corner board playing with a G.I. Joe something. As soon as I heard that clap, I was like, yo, that's the Run DMC. That's the and they were like, man, what you know about that Young Buck? I was like, yo, and I started tapping out the pattern because I used to be nice with the desk beats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at school or whatever, man. So I typed that pattern out, and they was like, what? Okay. And I was like, man, how do you work it, man? And I forget one of them OGs. I don't know who it was, but he taught me how to hit the sequencer and the little count and go at it, man. That was the first time I ever programmed something. So,
wow, the DMX.
Yeah, that's the first joint. Then we had a Dr. Rhythm or something like. My dad had a Dr. Rhythm at the house. So
yeah, the
when
boss.
he go on the road, I mean, you know, I go break in this little joint, man, and be fucking with his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the boss Dr. Rhythm was really dope too. It had really dope claps on that too. I remember having one of those.
I don't remember it sounding good, but it was a drum machine, and so that's what I was. You know, I was trying to get that, and then my cousin in Seattle was in the first rap group in Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the first hip hop DJs out here. So I come up here and visit, go see my cousin rock, and you know, of course, beg him to get on his turntables. He wouldn't let me until I was like a teenager, probably. But
right,
like yo, so I used to watch him practice. And I don't know, since the first time I ever heard rap, I already knew I wanted to be involved pretty much, man.
Man.
Somehow. You know, I used to make pause mixtapes like everybody else did when they first started, you know.
That is the running theme for all the producers so far.
Pause tapes, 4-track.
Yeah,
everybody.
Exactly. Well, you played a 4-track demo right there, but yeah, before that, I was I had a bunch of mix match equipment. I had like a Technique 202, I think it was like the direct drive, but it was mad slow on the takeoff. Yeah. I bought that from like a pawn shop when I had off of my first summer job and whatnot. I got the realistic mixer.
Oh, we were talking about that. The up faders or the really terrible one with the
I had both.
stiff ass faders.
I was running my drum machine through the the one with the up and downs and all that to get more tracks. And then I had the one with that fader with the click in the middle.
With the click in the middle.
Yeah. It took me a while to get used to not having that click in the middle because that's what I started out on. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That mixer was terrible. And I think I ruined it the first week I got it because I was like, he was like, just put some WD-40 in it.
Man, that motherfucker was a tank for me. That joint, I might still have it, bro. When I think about it.
It was fat, yeah.
I have my first mixer.
What was it?
First mixer I ever bought. I still have it. It was a Gemini Scratchmaster.
Gemini, the Scratchmaster, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
99.
That shit was bogus. I'm surprised you got that. That motherfucker,
yeah, that shit
blowing that
bogus.
shit and that shit short out. I had the Jazzy Jet before I had the Scratchmaster.
Ooh, the 22.
When I got the joint with the wood on the side, I thought I was doing it, bro. I seen them guys doing that on the DMC videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was that the 2200?
I can't remember the model number. I just know when I seen, I think, it might have been Cash Money that had that.
DJ Cash
mixer,
Money.
right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I used to try to practice all his shit, bro, for real. Like,
so you had the musicality and all that stuff early on from sitting in your father's sessions or just going to the studio?
Practice, all that, man. Music is part of his life, so it was a part of mine, you know?
Okay. Your first when hip hop hit the scene and you're in LA, I mean, were you influenced by East Coast or, Dre's group?
All that. Because they played everything on K-Day. So you hear the Fresh Gordon and all that in the East Coast stuff, but then you hear that tape, and all that, you know what I mean? I used to love that shit, bro. You know, for real. To this day, I love that shit. So,
that shit is dope.
Yeah,
Man.
That's what everybody was pop locking to, man. You go down on the block, and that's it's like motherfuckers out there with Jerry curls getting it, bro. Especially if you go down to the beach. Yeah, man. Cats out there with the boxer. There might be like a guy spinning in the park, man. Carrying out there with their Jerry curls, bro.
Yeah, carrying the linoleum and the cardboard.
I had cardboard. I don't know about the linoleum. That's some baller shit right there.
Right, I couldn't afford that either, bro.
But you was doing it though.
Who was it that React? Who said that they had? Oh, was it Ski? Yeah, I think
Ski. Yeah,
Ski said
he carrying the linoleum around when he was breakdancing.
I was like, wow,
that's dedication right there. Because that shit ain't light.
For real, man. So your first drum machines were, DMX. And
I didn't own them. The first one I ever owned was an HR-16. The Elises, and I had a sequential tom too. I bought them both at the same time.
And here we go again with the Elises HR-16,
bro. And I had the sequencer too, the MMT8, bro.
See, we got to do the T-shirts with the Elises, man. Because I had.
Did you have the black one or the gray one?
I had the gray one.
Okay.
I had the gray one, Vita, and I actually had once again for the listeners already know I had a Digitech PDS 8000 foot pedal sampler.
Wow.
It wasn't a sampler, it was a foot pedal.
Right, that did the loop thing, right?
Yeah, but we couldn't loop. I mean, there was no sense of looping, so we had to hit it with the drum.
Trigger and manually, right?
Okay. Yeah, right. And if you messed up, before we knew how to, punch in, it was horrible.
Right. See, I always thought of it as punching in because I started out, my first formula for making beats is I would mix the sample over the drum machine, record 4-bar section, take that, put that in another tape deck, and then pause mix that part.
Ooh. Okay.
So, and then leave some of it blank, go back, mix another break over it for a change for the hook or something, and then ping pong that back in. And then that's how I made the beat at first because I didn't have tracks back then. And then I never recorded vocals in my bedroom. That was just the rock assemblies and talent shows and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, React? You little young whippersnapper. He's a little bit younger than us, pal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Are you from the burnt CD era? Is that where you from?
No.
No. You had
tapes?
late 90s.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, tapes.
Late 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Tapes.
Vita, he nasty too. I know you
I'm okay.
nasty with it.
I'm okay.
He's being modest, but for real, sick with it. So you were, you had the early equipment. When did it really start to happen for you? When you moved, or when you were in LA?
Yeah, when I moved to Seattle, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved up here when I was a youngster. I wasn't old enough to make my own decisions like that and buy my own shit or nothing. So
okay,
that didn't start popping off till high school.
Okay, so you came from LA with equipment on. You had the equipment already, or
no? All I had was a boombox.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I just started. Man, I would take like your auntie's broken amp or something. I go to Radio Shack, and put the little fix that joint up, man. You got to figure it out, right? If you want speakers and all that. So anything that was broken, that was reject that somebody gave me, man, I could fix that shit back then. I was on I had the solder gun and all that, bro. I couldn't afford no new shit, And my dad had solder guns and shit laying around because he kind of fucked around with audio a little bit too. So yeah, you better learn how to fix some shit, bro, if you want an amp.
Yeah, and equipment cost a lot back then.
Stupid back then, bro. Dumb.
Yeah.
So from there, in high school, we're doing pause mix shit. I'm kind of making noise, and then I meet up with my man Bill from Ghetto Children. Because, back then when you rap and you went to school, everybody's going to be like, oh, you rap? Well, you need to go, my boy rap. So they're going to take you over to him to battle him, right?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like the old school or another school. Oh, there's these guys that rap at the other school. We got to go pull up on them and battle. That's just how it was, right? So they pulled me up there to battle Bill, and I thought he was mad nice. Man, he sounded like dude from X Clan and shit. That's how I thought his style was. To where I was like, yo, man, this dude could really rap. To where I know we didn't like each other's personalities when we first met, but I knew that motherfucker. I was like, that motherfucker nice. He a weirdo, but he nice, right? So from then, we got all these mutual friends and everybody's rapping. And then from there, man, it was like, I find out he makes beats. And this dude had a fucking SB-1200, right?
Damn. I mean, that's early, right?
Yeah, man. It was some street shit. So we ended up with the SB-1200 for a couple months, and that's where I really learned how to program workstation style, where it's all in the same box, But soon after, the word got out in the streets that we had the shit, and some goons came and seen us about it, and I wasn't gonna shoot it out over no drum machine, bro. So,
word?
Yeah,
pulled up on you.
No, the dude who it belonged to that stole it originally and then got it stolen from, that dude had bodies. Everybody knew not to fuck with dude, so.
Oh, okay.
Once it was dude's coming to get his drum machine. It's yeah, he can, he can
have it.
Bro. I'm good. Right.
Man, I'm curious to know what year was that? Because you went straight from having drum machines to your first real true sampler was the SP-1200.
Yeah, that was 1990, bro. When that happened.
Wow. Okay, man.
Maybe 90. That was 90 because my boy I was still a freshman, I think. So.
Attention, basketball fanatics. It is game time. That's right. NBA season is back. You already know. Knicks tape all day long, but it's okay. Even if you're not a Knicks fan, we got an MVP slam dunk for you this season. That's right. Our friends over at Manscaped, they just put out some game-changing stuff. This trimmer is 100% your new MVP. It's going to give you that nothing but net feeling once you're done. The brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra from Manscaped. Do not be the guy who fouls out in the grooming department. Be the guy that scores 20% off and free shipping with the code TheChopShop at Manscaped.com. Get the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and get your grooming game in championship form. Let me break down the play-by-play for you real quick. Inside this package, the star of the show, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This is their 5th generation trimmer. It has 2 interchangeable blades. It's 2 razors in one. There's a standard blade for taking a little bit off the top, and their new foil blade, which will keep you nice and smooth wherever you decide to shave. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra also features dual LED spotlights. That is right. You could shave your balls in the dark. Trust me, I tried it the other day in complete darkness. No nicks, no cuts. Complete darkness, smooth balls. Don't forget, if you're taking it on the go, Manscaped's got you covered. This puppy comes with the travel case already. It even has a travel lock feature on the device itself to avoid any accidental powering and weird looks at the airport. We are on the cutting edge of cutting pubes, people. Upgrade your ball trimmer and your life will follow. Once again, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TheChopShop at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with our code TheChopShop at Manscaped.com. I could promise you, you've never seen a ball trimmer look like a spaceship. This thing is a spaceship. Get yours today from our folks over at Manscaped.
So it had to be super wonderful to at least have the 9 seconds.
Man, that shit was ill, bro. But I mean, that was the first sampler. I didn't even know the limitations of samplers, so I didn't understand if that was a lot or not until I got my real first piece of equipment that I actually own, that a dude gave to me because I used to go to his house and hound him, and he had a fresh pair of 12s. All his 12 inches was crispy as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
He was like, man, this dude, everything was in plastic, man, and organized and shit, man. So I used to want to try to learn how to cut on his shit. You know, that's the first access I had to 12s.
Right.
And I was over this dude's house so much, he had a 4-track and a Roland S10, bro. And
what kind of 4-track?
Fostex, you know what it is, baby.
There we go, react.
The Fostex, man. That's what, you know.
Yeah.
You couldn't graduate to the big joint until you had to learn how to use that Fostex, bro.
Yeah, the running joke is either a Fostex or a Tascam.
Or the Tascam
was a little bit more.
Tascam later.
See?
That joint was expensive, and it ran twice as fast as the other one. It like ran a high speed, so
it sure did. Crispier. That's right. Yeah. Did you have the little beige? You had the beige 4-track one, the little beige one.
So the Fostex, I had the black joint, the little one, the black rectangular square one, man.
Yes,
same one, bro. It had 4 faders on it. There was hella plastic and cheap and shit. The motherfucking the pause button had a lag on it, so you couldn't do punch ins on it without it making this weird ass noise and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy because we were a little fancy with it. My cousin Seth Marcel, shouts to Seth again. He had the Fostex, but it had the mid range sweeps in it. It was like colorful and everything. It was a 4-track too.
Oh, I mean, mine had EQ on it for sure. Yeah. It didn't have compressor or nothing like that.
Okay.
But my boy had one later on that had a compressor on it. I was like, this is space age. I never seen that model ever again, too. So I don't know what that was. But
that's dope.
Yeah, you know what it is, bro. 4-track tapes.
Absolutely.
And then I got an S10, which doesn't have a sequencer on it. And so that's when I picked up an MMT8 because I went to a music store and they were like, you need a sequencer. That's what you're missing out of your package. And I'm like, okay. Got that joint, learned how to work it in a couple of days, and I was off to the races, you know.
So you have that. You're MCing. Actually, you're a triple threat.
I'm triple threat. That used to be my whole gimmick. Like I DJ the set for the other rappers, and then be like, now we got the rapping DJ. You know, and I come from behind the fucking wheels again. You know,
got the headset with the microphone hooked.
I needed one of them Janet Jackson joints.
And you, well, by hearing you scratch and everything, I'm sure you were doing tricks too. You sound like one of them DJs that was cold with it.
Yeah, I used to. I can't do that shit no more. I don't think I probably, but I used
no, but
to,
back then, yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to juggle. I had juggles for sure.
Yeah.
And I was real deep into it actually, man. When Qbert and all that shit came out, I learned all that shit too. So I got flares and I know how to do all the shit. You know, it's not appropriate all the time because I'm mostly a club DJ, so I'm not, you know. I'm doing all that shit at the club.
I know what that's like.
You'll never work again here. That's what that's gonna be.
Yeah, React is.
Yeah. When I first started DJing, I thought that's what it was. You know what I mean?
It is what it is, though.
Right.
It's just it's almost like boxing, man. You know, like you got combos, right? But the dude got defense. You're gonna have to take another approach, man. That's just what it is. You might have to lean on your feet more this time. You know, so.
So, what was the next move for you as far as were you serious about it? I mean, you automatically saw a future with it?
Oh yeah. Once I got nice and learned, and I was able to press play, and it sounded like a real beat. From there, I already knew, like, this is what I want to do, bro.
You're working You got the groups you're producing for. I mean, up in Seattle, are you crewed up? Are you producing for different people, different acts up there?
At first, I had a crew. We was called Tribal Music Productions or something like that. Tribal Productions, maybe. And then we was already 15 deep in that crew. But then the word started getting out. Like back then, there wasn't a whole lot of recording studios like that. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I started getting juice and traction with my crew, any opportunity that we got paid for a show, we put it back in the music, get better equipment. As I mentioned before, we got a demo deal with Geffen.
How did that actually happen?
Shout out to this guy, Mike Clark. So Mike Clark used to work for the biggest DJ out here at the time, the biggest hip hop DJ. He was like a record pool dude. So he knew all the labels. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he heard our demo. He's friends with Bill's cousin or something, and they played him the demo, and he was blown away by it. And so he took it upon himself to shop our demo for him with the labels that he knew
at Geffen. And I mean, that's early too, man. I mean,
it was right with the roots and all that. It was dope. I remember seeing the roster of acts they were trying to roll out with us. You know,
and the roots were right. Yeah, that's right. The roots.
It was the roots. It was Beck. It was I don't even think they were thinking about the Genius at that point.
Oh, that's right. The Genius was.
It was somebody else. I can't remember. Somebody like.
That's all
man.
Good.
That's a long time ago, bro. That was. I want to say that was 93, 94 around in there. So
we all dreamed to be. Well, at least I did. You know, because I was in a rap group, to be signed and. You know, by a major.
It didn't work out though, obviously. Like, man, my partner didn't like that. So this is the thing too. This is why this particular deal didn't work out. We already made our songs to my beats, right?
Yeah.
And Geffen wanted us to be produced by the Dust Brothers, which we got a lot of demos with the Dust Brothers and shit. Shout out to those guys because them guys are fucking dope, right? They taught me a lot and shit. And arguably have one of the dopest hip hop records of all time to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of what they did with Paul's Boutique. So
yeah, I mean
they produced Paul's Boutique, man. So that's the first time I ever seen Pro Tools in 93, 94 maybe. They had Pro Tools 2 or 3 out of a Macintosh 9600 computer.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know what that is. That big ass, tall ass.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, and they used to have to keep the chassis open in that motherfucker and keep switching out memory and RAM to get the shit to run right. I remember that.
That's
the chassis wasn't even closed. Like,
that's crazy because my first time I ever saw Pro Tools, I was working with Pete Nice, third bass. He had actually hooked us up with an engineer by the name of Adam Gazzola. And Adam Gazzola was doing third bass records, KMD, you know, I knew Doom before he was even Doom, you know, Curious. So Adam had the rig that you were just saying, right? That's the first time I ever saw Pro Tools, which was crazy. I was like, wow, this is
had
crazy.
88
and
interface.
yeah. And it's I'll even go further to say that engineering wise, because you're an engineer as well, Adam Gazzola's intern at the time, I mean, this was at his crib, but it had a really dope studio, was a young Rich Keller who did all the DMX records.
Oh, wow.
Like, Rich was just there. You know what I'm saying? It was like the crazy
That's how
shit.
it works, though.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
A lot of the engineers that were my interns, there's some bad motherfuckers now, Grammy winners and everything. Like, for real. So that's how it goes, man. Once if you hang around it enough, you're gonna get the knowledge, and then if your lead engineer is gracious enough to let you keep practicing, you're gonna come about. You know, that's just you should anyway.
You used to work with Jake One.
I don't used to. I just came from Jake's house, just right before here. Yeah.
Word. Okay.
Yeah. That's my bro right there, man. Man, you know, we play ball too. Jake a ball, man. I don't know if y'all know that.
Really?
I did not know that.
Jake's wet.
Nah.
Don't leave him open anywhere out there.
Well, tuxedo ass, man.
Hey, that motherfucker's wet, bro.
Nah, he cool.
We used to white man jump cats, man. And I set a pig 30 feet out, and they're like, "What is he setting the pig out 30?" And that dude just stop. And after 3 or 4 of those, then they start, double teaming them and stuff. And then I start cutting to the rim and dunking on guys. But that was used to be our whole formula, bro. Like, used to kill guys, man.
Shouts to Jake One. He would. Obviously, it's believable because he has one of the hardest beats
ever
in the world,
ever
created, right?
Ever created. Every time I hear it, I want to punch somebody in the face. Mm-hmm. We're all talking about rock cocaine.
We know what beat you talking about.
Absolutely, man.
We don't even got to say the name.
For the people who are listening to the show that don't know.
Yeah. Tell me how you inspired each other, obviously, or about the same age, or when's the first time you met Jake?
I met him maybe junior year, and once again, you know how it is.
Right.
One of my boys was like, man, I know this white boy that's he's starting to make beats. I think he's gonna be nice. I think he's nice. Can I bring him over to your crib? Bring him over. Brought him over. You know, Jake is funny as fuck, bro. This dude used to drive a fucking Cutlass with rims and this big ass booming system, bro, like crazy. Like people don't know Jake from the hood like that. Like, so,
right.
So this dude, man, but you was a target with that car back then. I don't know why he was driving that shit, but he was driving a gangster ass car. So he pulls up with that car and shit, man, and he puts his demo tape in. And, you know, it's the standard Bobby Humphrey loops, you know, Crusader joints, you know, just what you would get out your moms and pops crates and shit like that. Yeah. And I remember
Lou
he
Donaldson
was amazed.
Joints, right.
You know, I don't even think it was that deep. It was straight to Crusaders, Grover, you know.
Okay.
You know, but he had idea. I liked how he had the right ideas. He was on an Emacs back then, so he didn't have a sequencer, so you could tell it was janky. But I was like, bro, you got good ideas. You should. So shit, I taught him how to use a sequencer. To this day, every time I come up with a new technique, I show that guy everything I know. He shows me everything he knows. That's just how we've always been.
That's really dope.
Since then, like, you know,
man, that's a really dope story too, man.
And he's still using the ASR.
Yes,
from what I know, right?
Yeah, I use one every once in a while too. It's just it's packed up in my garage, so I have to make effort to do it. But when it's out,
I want to sell it. I'll take it.
No way. No.
You sure?
The ASR that Jake has is mine, actually.
Say it again.
I said the ASR that Jake made all them dope records. He made rock cocaine flow on my ASR 10.
Oh man!
After he did that, I gave that. I was like, you can have that ASR. he did that in that fucking this 50 Cent song that goes some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? God damn, man. After he made that shit and that rock cocaine and all that shit, man, please keep that ASR 10, bro. You done fucking programmed the wheels off that bitch. So that's all you. So yeah, he still rocks that shit, man.
So you know, steel sharpens steel. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. You know, because when I hear your music, man, I hear so much, just so many layers, and it's sometimes when I listen to it, it's like unbelievable what you do to records, man. And I've been flipping records a long time, Vita. But like I said, there's flips, and then there's Vitamin D.
Man, fun fact about Jake One. Jake One's the one that showed me probably my main trick that I do on the flips too. He's the one that showed me how to even do that shit. The technique, not the idea. You know what I mean? My ideas is always my ideas, but the technique.
Are you giving us a jewel, right? You giving the people a jewel right now?
Sure, man. I can tell you what the fuck I'm even doing. Fuck it.
Oh my
god. So you know, there's many stem making programs at this point, you know. So
right.
You know, I'm running shit through I got the Ozone RX9 and shit. That's what I'm running everything through to make my stems. I started out on RX7. That's what I made the first 3 flips on the RX7 converter, and that's about the same as stems. It's not that clean, but the RX9 is clean as fuck.
Yeah, it's super clean.
Yeah, so I do that, and then I'm running I shouldn't even be saying this shit, but fuck it.
Nah, go ahead, bro. I mean, no, you don't have to.
I run the,
you don't have to.
I run the particularly the keyboard parts through Melodyne, and from there you can do you can change chords in there. You know, that's how I'm getting the samples hit different chords sometimes. So there you go.
Go ahead and try it, people, because it ain't your shit's not.
That's why I said I think I'm far enough ahead with the technique to where I can share it now. You know,
I agree.
But there's other people that do that, but they do it for a different reason, and I'm not gonna snitch on why they do it. But this technique has been around for a while. It's just people don't ever. I'm the first one to just come out and be like, let me expose the record or the sound I'm using.
Can I play one of my favorite ones? I'm gonna play one of my favorite
let's get into some music.
So it's funny because as soon as I heard this, I hit Eddie and I was like, yo, this motherfucker flipped the fucking game show. Whammy.
Stop. Stop at 250. You're up to 450. Peter, I'm going to...
So crazy.
I'm going to press my luck.
That's my best Bink imitation. This beat right here.
You said
man.
Bink?
Yeah, that drum roll and that flame and all that shit. You know, Bink's the first guy to do that shit on a beat like that. So
he definitely said that he was. You know,
that's the first nigga I heard do that. Let me say that.
Bink will tell you too. Yeah. I was the first one flamming.
I was amazed when I first heard that. I was like, oh, that's so fucking hard. Damn.
Yeah,
it's dude shit though. I can't do it all the time, but damn, like I dabble with drums too, so I just thought that was sick to have that on a hip hop beat and have it really do that like that. Like, damn, it's churchy, but it's dope. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ultimate Broken Beats. The concept behind it is so ill. How did you come up with that concept, man? Like, was it just you flipping through joints, saying, you know what, I'm just gonna flip these break beats?
It came to me later on. I started the record. I started flipping those samples before, but I'm trying to, I'm flipping everything. Like I'm trying to have a nothing safe mentality, So after I did a couple of them, I noticed, oh man, these are all classic breaks off of UBB. So I might as well just do a dedication to Lenny and Lou,
Yes.
And that's my favorite era of hip hop when everybody was jacking them shits anyway. You know what I'm saying? 88 through 91,
Yeah. I had those records earlier. I mean, and I'm older than both of you,
Well, only by a couple of years, man.
I got you by 6.
6? You 55? 54?
Nah, we telling ages? I mean, shit. Okay.
Oh, shit. I mean, I'm 48.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You 76, right?
I was born in 75.
All right, see, they had it wrong on the internet. I got 5 years on you, pal.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's big in hip hop.
It is, but you're all my big bros age. Like the guys I was in a group with back then, they got me by like 4 or 5 years.
So anyway, so we had that's true. We had super disco breaks.
Yeah, that's the first one, the one with the box, right? And
those were the second ones, but they used to have the ones with the octopus on it too, like the records with.
I had a couple of them too.
Yeah. So
see, my big Cuddy had those. My older Cuddy, who had me by 10 years actually, he was spinning. That's why I first seen the UBB joints, and then they used to have this record store downtown, so I used to go down there and jack them joints, man.
We're gonna play some music, but I'm glad React brought it up about this last beat tape, because for me, as a DJ and an older DJ, and starting off what we were just talking about, those breaks, the 7 minutes of funk flip,
that was fun to do, but that was very hard to pull off because it doesn't separate right at all through anything. Like
Family Picture, that's it.
Family Picture, that's what I call it.
Please play that.
I be naming the shit.
Oh my god,
yo. I mean, when I heard this, I did a backflip and just. Because we always think about this. Well, I know producers do. We think about this record, and you hear the notes, and you just go, "Oh, that's crazy!" How you can flip because the bass is there, but just nobody's ever taken a chance at it, and I don't think the record should be touched after this.
It shouldn't have been touched before I did it. That's one of them ones that's sacred, right? But that's my point, man. And the more sacred the sample, the more I want to use it. And try to add something different to it just because, man. Fuck it. That's hip hop.
And also, like, when I hear your flips, you have instrumentation on top of it. You play keys and everything,
yeah, I play a little bit of piano.
Yeah,
I
can tell, man. Man, it's just.
But that's like that right there. That's all samples, though.
No, I know, but I'm just talking in terms of like your flips, man. Just Incredible, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Like I see lately you're getting the praise, man, that I believe that you deserve. Like I met you 3 years ago, 2 session in.
That pandemic is what really got me focused, because I would have never made them records if it wasn't for that pandemic, for sure.
I mean, a lot of stuff happened in 2020. It was, people were dying, and that was really sad. But boy, oh boy, I tell you, man, it really saved me. I don't know about you, but I'm sure it did for a lot of producers.
It was the great reset button, bro.
It was, right?
And professionally, like out in the world as a DJ, it leveled the playing field to where now when we come back off of this pandemic, your skills is what's gonna make them dance. Because there ain't you didn't build up no gimmicks. We're back at square one. Who can rock now?
Man,
who can rock the crowd? It's none of this. You know what I mean? And that's, man, that put a battery in my back to keep making the records. I've been DJing my ass off. Then I get a job at the radio station too. So it was like, that was all.
During the pandemic?
Yeah, that was a good year for me, for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's see. You're doing a lot of engineering right now?
Yeah, I'm always engineering, man. That's kind of my, I don't know if it's my main, it ain't been my main job this year. I'm doing way more DJing and shit than anything else.
Okay.
But,
we love that.
Yeah, I love I would rather DJ than mix and master. I kind of hate doing it low key, but I know I'm good at it. So
you have now gotten the attention of a lot of heavyweights who are really waxing poetic about you. You flipped not too long ago, it was a Bobby Caldwell sample, and you see the likes of Questlove. Like Quest was bugging out, like for real, off that a flip.
Yeah, he shows a lot of love, man. But more than just that, though, dude done plugged me with some nice shit, like some jobs. Dude's a good dude, man.
That's where it was leading to, man. Like, we all want to do records, man. But when did you actually just rewinding back a little bit? I know React just went and played stuff off your latest beat tape. The flips. When did you decide to do the flips? Or when did you actually decide to start releasing instrumentals and said, screw it. Like, I'm just give these instrumentals out.
Pandemic, man.
Okay.
I had time to do it.
Okay.
Usually, the only thing that's ever stopped me from doing this was time, So
did you have them on bat? Did you have them ready, or did you
on deck?
On deck.
Most of them I had on deck, yeah. And then I might have put a few of them on Instagram and stuff. So from there, I'm like, okay, let me make a few more to make the record tell a story. And then
the first one was really hilarious. We the flipper.
Oh yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So the comical aspect of your shit is great too. By the way.
There's you have skits too, man.
Yeah, like, it's hilarious. And the drop is great too.
What's that with the drop? Who was that? I think that's
great.
That's Obi Trice, right?
Oh, I don't know who. I have no idea who it is.
I think that's Obi Trice's voice that says that.
Oh my God, this shit is so crazy, bro. Like, I used to watch Flipper when I was younger. Like,
come on, we all did.
He's like, there's Flipper. I mean, like, you really
superior
have some time on your hands with just amazing, man. One of my favorites, man, the Bob James flip. You had three of them.
Nautilus?
Yeah, the Nautilus flip. You had three in the clip. You played one of them and then in the session, and then you played like two other ones, but you gave us one on flips.
Did I only give you one?
Yeah, there's only one.
Oh no, I gotta pull the other ones out then. Maybe I swore I did two. I gave y'all two though. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember.
I love Bob James. I love this record. I personally think party people out there, none of y'all producers should touch this record ever again.
Why is that?
Because the musicality and what you did to it, man. The way you chopped the sample. You just found the right parts of the record, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, my favorite parts of the record, that's all it is. Especially Nautilus. That's one of them songs I know every bar, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I knew every bar until I heard you flip.
song doesn't even hit that chord, though.
How?
Melodyne,
How, bro?
He gave you the sauce, man. Melodyne.
How? That's the that's that Tony Baker. How?
Yeah. But
Craziness.
oh man, just
You know who inspired me the most on that shit though?
what's that?
De La Soul as producers. You can't say it's all Prince Paul. You can't say it's all Dove. You can't say it's all, because they literally all make beats and they all. But when you put those guys together
Ooh,
in one room, in those first 3 records they made, there's nothing like, as far as putting records together, there's nothing like that. And they were doing that shit. They did have Time Stretch, but they had the
it was
and they did Time
super
Stretch
janky
shit.
ass time stretch.
But they had the old school, right? The Eventide and all that shit. Right. So
right.
but they were making them shits harmonized, because some of them them old De La shits I tried to recreate them live, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I got it on tempo and it's not in key, so how the fuck is it in key on their record? And I'm like, oh. And so then I called Mason, was like, how the fuck did y'all get that shit in key? And it's like, oh, we had to fucking Eventide something 3000 or whatever, the Ultra Harmonizer.
Oh,
and then you have to
man.
run it through a plugin called Russian Dragon. I don't know if you know what that is. Like, it's a knob. It changes the timing of what you hear. So you can make it drag and it'll give it a delay, or you can make it go just a little bit early.
Mace gave you the plug.
Mace was the one that told me about it. It might have been Paz, but I think it was Mace that told me that. Because I gotta ask him, like,
Membership has
Right.
its privileges, man. Woo.
he
Man.
also told me the story of me and myself. And have you ever? So you know that session's been floating around the internet, right? Have you ever listened to everything that's really in that beat, man?
You know, I'm first of all, Knee Deep, the original record is one of my favorite records ever. But top five, even down to the album cover,
Right,
which was
for real.
fire. But no, man. I guess. I mean, I know there's some things going on, but
Man, there's about 10 records in that motherfucker, man. Easy. And I got the track out, man. I opened the track out and I was like, that's not really under there. Oh. Shit. Now listen to the master copy and that shit is in here. What? They got up and some other, they got a hell of different breaks in that shit that are really subtle. There's a Lil Sin sample in there. There's all kind of shit back there.
I think Prince did that by himself. No,
Who, Prince Paul?
Yeah,
No.
they were all cooking up.
No, he did not do that by himself. Maceo had something to do with it, and
Dove.
Paz is the one that actually sampled it.
Ooh.
And Prince Paul added those beatboxes because that was the shit he used to add. Yeah, he used to add that shit to everything. I don't know who came up with the rapper snapper dapper break to put that under there though. I don't know who thought of that, but that's ill too.
Yeah, man.
Like that shit goes together perfectly the way it blends. You know what I'm saying? Like to where I thought it was one record at first when I first heard that song.
All right.
I didn't understand that it was 3 different records that made the drums. You know,
Not enough credit given out to that whole team. You know,
Man,
especially Prince Paul. Yeah.
I mean, man, the Balloon Line State, just even the Break It Down, the album version with all that extra shit on it, bro. What is that? Even Break It Down is crazy, bro. Like,
yeah. One of the illest albums.
or even Say No Go, bro. How did they know that? Even though that's not something you really listen to nowadays, it didn't age all the way well. But
Right.
how'd they know to fly in the fucking Hall & Notes harmonize like that, and then they bring like how they section that out, and then they bring their little emotional stab and all that. Come on, bro, that's crazy. How all that shit harmonizes, like it's in key.
It is in key, man.
It's
And,
almost like they were the first people to do like the Public Enemy formula, but they're in key.
yeah,
That's insane.
no,
88,
that's
bro.
very accurate.
In 88 though.
Yeah, which was, I mean, mind blowing. When I hear year flips, that's one thing I pay attention to. I'm like, there's the chops, then there's instrumentation, and then there's other records. What you were just talking about, like, almost like how De La used to do it, but everything's in
It
key,
is how
so
De La used to do it.
Yeah.
I 100% got that from them.
that's
Period.
dope.
Like,
Okay, man.
that's the what inspired me to even think of it like that. It's like, man, hold on, bro. How many records do these niggas got going and then shit's in key like this? Like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
React, I'm gonna need for you to run one of my favorite break records that me and Vitamin were talking about earlier. Cool is Back and we are in the same age bracket. It's a break that I sought out because I saw Howie T at a show in Syracuse, New York, and he was scratching. It was the Baby Let's Go record, and he was scratching the brand. I was like, what is that? I want to get down to this record. This record blew my mind, B. React, go to the middle of the record where it breaks. There we go. But go back a little bit. There we go. Here's the part.
My favorite record that sampled that was the MC Light, well, John, out the first record.
Okay, you can stop it. All right. So, can you just run the record that Mr. Vitamin D did? How?
I mean, that guitar, that's the guitar at the beginning. You threw the delegations under it, you know?
I mean, but like I'm actually really speechless, bro. Every time I listen to it, man, it's been on repeat.
That one was fun.
Yeah, I mean, just groovy, man.
That's one of the ones I actually heard it that way before I made it too. Sometimes you can hear it before you make it, and sometimes you don't know what it's gonna be, and you just gotta fuck with it, right?
It has been wonderful nerding out with you because I believe that this episode is definitely for the producer nerds out there, man, because they want to get into the mind of Vitamin D. I wanted to react when I first played him.
I lost my fucking mind, bro.
He literally lost his mind.
I lost my shit.
I said, I never gave you a Vitamin D beat tape.
This was the first joint I ever played.
Morning, officers. What y'all, the second team?
I lost my fucking mind.
We're the first team. Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. No.
No homo, man.
Come on.
Wait for it.
Come on, people. Hey, bro. Send it, bro.
Crazy.
Cheaper.
Craziness.
Yes. I love that about you, Vita. Like you incorporate the things that I grew up on. It's all about how you flip the record, man. Because I'm telling you right now, Vitamin D will cook. He will cook all. No, I'm just playing. Man, just amazing, my G. Like
I appreciate you, bro, for real.
Man, so what is next, man? I'm excited. First of all, please, like, people just go to his Instagram.
Tall Homie Vita, I think. Yeah.
Tall Homie Vita.
We'll put the links in the show description too for everybody.
Yeah, you guys flash that shit across the screen like
well,
like NCAA telethon type, NAACP.
Trust me, this one right here is for the culture, man. Like, I was happy. Let me ask you a question real quick before we close this out too. There are also a couple more beatsmiths from your area. Is Deli from your area as well?
Deli from across the lake, but yeah, I think he's from Bellevue.
Okay,
I think, but I mean that's Seattle.
Is that far?
Literally, it's a bridge that separates us that's less than half a mile long or something like that. You know,
talented producers from that area, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, man, y'all got something special up there. I'm not sure if Eric G is from.
Eric G from up here. Oh, funny story about Eric G, man.
First of all, Eric G be wildin'.
I'm directly responsible for that guy G'ing off. I was throwing beat battles back then. What became the Red Bull Big Tune, you know, before Red Bull got involved. It was local when I used to throw it, right?
Right.
So one day I'm smashing this girl, and her boyfriend comes home in the middle. It's like, my boyfriend's here. Oh shit, you gotta jump out the window, cuz. And I'm like, for real? So I jumped out the window, and she's like, don't go past the front window until I give you the signal out the window, so he don't see you creeping out, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for the signal, and I hear a nigga making beats through the window. I hear somebody's fucking around. I look, it's Eric G, 14 years old, kid, in his apartment window making beats. So I put my head in. Shit. Hey, what's popping, little homie? I hear you in here making beats. What's good? He was like, oh shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, and he played me some shit, and I was like, yo, you nice, kid. You only 14? He was like, bruh, I got a beat battle tonight, bruh. Where's your mom, man? Ask your mom if you could be in it. I bet you'll kill this shit, bro, for real. And so he asked his mom. We got him up there, and a nigga won, right?
Oh shit!
And then from there, Red Bull Big Tune goes national. He's one of the legacy winners because he won like 4 weeks in a row. He was crushing shit, right? Because nobody expected him. He looked like he was all schemed. Like, you're not expecting that beat to press play when he was all nervous and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the crowd was just rooting for him, and our shit was crowd judged. So as soon as this skinny white kid, he kind of looks around like he don't belong up there, and then when he press play, it's like, oh shit! Everybody starts going crazy. You're like. And so, man, that dude, we took him to nationals, and the prize was we pair you in the studio with another artist that you love and admire. You know, that's how we got this one kid with Nas, and we got all these people to work with the winner. And he chose Ninth Wonder for some reason, so we had to go get Ninth.
Oh man,
that's how they hooked up.
What an amazing story, man! And you were half naked when you saw, like.
No, I was dressed. Poke my head in half naked. Yo, I probably would have. Even as timid as he is, he probably would try to beat my ass off for that one. Oh
man! Now we gotta get Eric on here.
Yeah, man. Have Eric tell you that story from his perspective, bro. That shit was comedy, though.
I really appreciate you coming on to the Chop Shop, man. What's next? I want to know.
I mean, I got a couple more flips in the chamber. I think I might release another one next month, maybe.
Can you please put that Bobby Caldwell record?
It's already the newest one. Yeah, I can do that.
Yo, React, this flip.
I got enough to drop maybe 3 more, just like sitting around.
Okay.
So, I just gotta make them tell a story, you know.
Okay. Any other projects? You also an MC too, man. You back on the mic? What we doing?
Nah, man. I do a lot of live shit, man. But I ain't been inspired to. I still writing everything, man. My pen sharp and all, but I've been doing features. But making my own record, I'm good for right now. I don't have that much to say, so.
Gotcha.
But I do. I'm working with a few R&B artists and shit, man. One of them fucked around and got pregnant on me though, and shit. So we gotta wait till that motherhood thing. Like, well, man, you know, I'm still producing artists here and there, man. A lot of you know what tends to happen with me? I get these artists that make an impact really early in their career and shit, and I kind of get them tight, and then some big producer snatches them up, and then it's like, oh, now he's out here. And you're like, oh, and then they call me, Unc, I'm at the Grammys.
Oh man.
Oh, tight.
Well, yeah, but little do they know, Unc is a you're a whole legend, B.
I'm a legend in my own mind. So there we go.
But you know what, man? This is what I love about you, man, because you know, like I see you still. You know, you're still in a deep appreciation. You know, a lot of producers are just in a vacuum, and I see that when that just is humble, man. That feels good.
I'm a fucking fan first, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a fan first. That's why that session and shit, man. You know, do you understand what kind of fucking battery that shit put in my back? Because I didn't know Cass was doing shit like that. And Slot was like, man, come to the session and shit. I'm like, I guess we're in the pandemic, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
but man, when I heard, man,
hey, name it. I mean, the soundtrack, piece of soundtrack.
Just all them crazy ass motherfuckers, man. Like the night I was in there, man, motherfuckers was going so crazy.
Mint Plus, Divine Drummer,
stupid, man. Man, it gave me a different perspective, you know, like some of them guys, man. And whenever that happens for me, that's one of the most joyous like feelings in the world to me. Like you hear a new perspective on what you do, you know?
Yeah.
So
man.
If I provide that for y'all, man, cool. I did my job. Yeah.
I'm sure the gang feels the same way. Like I said, man, I really appreciate you, man. I look forward to any and everything that you have coming out in the future, man. And thanks again for coming on the show, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Paul Vitamin.
Make sure you go to the Bandcamp too. Buy the
Vitamin
shit.
D.
Yeah, man. Stop donating $1, man. Motherfuckers just-
Yeah, man. Hey,
it's like, man, don't even. Nah, I ain't gonna say don't donate at all because the motherfuckers add up. But I'm like, man, $1, yo, that's crazy. Like,
I bought a few joints today. I put some in the commissary for you.
I appreciate you, man. $1 for the whole record, though, that's kind of disrespectful.
Oh, that is, man. I'll never do that again, man. I did that before with the last record.
You put $1 in there.
Said a long time ago, and he was like, nigga, remember that shit where you was like this, that, and this, and when I was just freestyling one time, nigga, right. It's Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, I'm in the bit, and we do it like, hey, Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back on up, cause you know we about to fuck shit up.